That's what now?
Jay in the house, y'all know me as the Rocker Marty Jannetty. And we're going to watch Wrestleshoot, the best thing you're ever going to see. Love y'all. Take care and keep on rocking.
You want me to say we'll do it next week?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Wrestleshoot. I'm your boy, Rob Wiles, joined, of course, by my hetero light May, Chris Casanova. Look at that beautiful bastard sitting there.
Thank
and
you
real quick, before we get started, we got to pay a few bills, so let's watch these awesome messages first.
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Be living in Jacksonville or Fairweather.
I'm with you. What's up, people? Okay, so I know we promised you the Rocker MJ. He's out in Georgia. There's a horrible storm, and he cannot seem to connect. So I got him on the phone. I got you on.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad storm here. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but Alabama kind of sucks other than the Crimson Tide football team.
Huh.
This is the kind of crap we have to deal with. Anticipation. Now, we will definitely come back next week and do it much better. Harder, longer, whatever makes you happy. The sexual content.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
It sucks, though, man, because I was looking forward to this shit for a while now.
A lot
today, man, I had a little background set up. It was like Stone Cold and Becky Lynch. You know, Stone Cold straight up. I got that going in the background. I got everything set up. If I had to go to the bathroom during the show, I had my cat's litter box right here. Oh, man, I had everything set up.
Well, brother, we're going to definitely get on this next Tuesday, and hopefully the weather will be clear and no more problems. It was just like the first time we interviewed you. It took us like 3 different attempts, but damn it, we got it done. It was worth it, and this will be worth it too.
And that was in Alabama then, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was the Texas weather problems.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that was on y'all. Thank God.
Yeah, San Antonio, right, brother?
Somebody's not smiling on us up above.
Yeah, the rest.
They got a show coming out themselves.
The wrestling gods are making us work for it.
What?
The wrestling gods are making us work for it, brother.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get it though.
All right, man. Then
everybody wins.
We're gonna jump off of here and trudge on without you, unfortunately. But next week, for sure, we're gonna make it happen. Come hell or fucking high water.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
Later, Marty.
All right. Let me plug my head. Let me plug my earphones.
Well, that's a damn fucking shame. But you know what? Good things come in time. That's all I have to say to that. Good things will come in time, and it's definitely worth it. So, fingers crossed. Prayers are there. Let's hope that Marty shows up next week. No weather.
Right? Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know it's disappointing. I know it's a drag. Trust me, we're very freaking disappointed too. We had Rick Reckon scheduled to come on next week, but we're obviously going to have to bump him back another week.
Yeah, things happen, unfortunately, but
it's funny, but not like funny, haha. It's more funny, fuck you. That just like last time. It was the fourth time was the charm, right?
Yeah, so it's fourth time.
Yeah, so tomorrow will be the third, or tomorrow next week, and god damn it, it's gonna happen next week. Because I'll tell you what, we burn up time with Marty, and we're gonna have to maybe set aside a little bit extra time because we keep stringing Marty along. He's got a lot to say.
A lot, and that's an understatement. He have a lot to say when he talks, man. It's just like it just rolls subject to subject to subject, but it's not boring. I keep saying that. It's like you're not in a classroom, some boring ass teacher and they're just talking. No, you're like, fuck, what's going to happen next? You're like,
it's like a bunch of kids sitting around on the floor listening to grandpa tell stories.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
About the glory days of the world.
Yeah, the glory days. That you couldn't have said it better. I couldn't say it better myself.
Poor Marty, he feels guilty, and I'm like, bro, you know what? It's not like you missed your flight and didn't make a live event booking, so we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it's all good. But like I said, good things come in time. So you guys will not be disappointed next week. I'm telling you, it's a freaking badass.
You don't have to pick Marty's mind, Brandon. He just opens it up. Boop, here it is, and here's most of the shit in it. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like an open book, man. Like
totally,
and no filter.
Totally. Gotta love that guy. He's been hours of entertainment for us up to this point, and in all the years that we've known him. So I can only imagine how much fun we're going to have in Florida once that school opens up.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure we're going to talk about it next week, but I still go back to the first time we met Marty. It was we booked him and we picked him at the airport, and you're like,
didn't recognize him.
Didn't recognize him. Is that him? No, that's not him. I'm like, no, I think it is, man. And we're going down the escalator. Like,
I was honestly expecting him to look more haggard, not like he was still just the Rocker with short hair. I was expecting him to look like an old man, and I was like, oh, look at this big buff son of a bitch coming down this escalator. And he's like, damn, boys, I know I look different, but I didn't think I looked that different. I'm like, no, that's the problem. You don't look different. I was looking for somebody who looked different.
Yeah, I was like, whoa. And yes, Brandon, ask questions, man, next week. If you got a lot of them, throw them out there because he ain't afraid to answer. I'll tell you that.
Well, and he answers with no live filter at all. It's just, ask me a question, and here's the truth. Blah. Even if it makes him look bad, here's the truth.
Yeah, no filter. It's not a joke.
That's unfortunate. He was really disappointed by this.
Yeah.
No, I have never wrestled Marty. Chris, you haven't either, right?
No, I haven't. He did a run-in on me during the end of one of my matches, and
when you were jumping me, he did the save.
Yeah, he was making the save. I was working Honky Tonk Man that night, and
right.
he came in. Man, I'll tell you, man, he hit the ring like lightning. I didn't even see him. Man, I was like, saw him come out from the entrance, and boom, man, bam, he's in the ring. I'm like, holy shit, dude.
I didn't even see that, man. I was in the middle of getting my beat down still, so I was just selling the bejesus out of it for you as you were whipping my entire ass, and all of a sudden, there's Marty just cleaning fucking house. It was great.
It's like, whoa, man, I never got in the back, man, but man.
And then I looked up, and there's giant ass Warpath standing over me, too. I was like, whoa. Hey, brother. Thanks for coming out. For those of you who don't know, Warpath is 6'7", 6'6".
Want to say that. Yeah, he's
like 325 pounds, just this big, giant, huge, massive Indian that we were on the road with for just years and years and years. And it doesn't matter how many times you've hung out with Warpath. When you see him in the ring, it always kind of puts you in like an awe perspective. Like, holy Christ, look at the size of this guy. You forget until he's standing right there ready to throw a chokeslam on you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And when you wrestle him and work him, you earn your money for sure. It's gonna be a tough night.
He used that song Voodoo from Godsmack as his entrance music, and it took years to hear that song on the radio and not get goosebumps anymore. Just like, oh Christ, because here comes the pain, no matter what. I mean, he was such a big beast of a wrestler.
Oh yeah.
There's just no way he's not going to be extra stiff on you, no matter what.
No, and you just have to expect it and accept it. That's just what it is.
It is what it is. You're working and Warpath. He was like us. He put
Yes, he was.
You're right, Roxy. He was awesome. And he used to put asses in the seats just like us. That's why the three of us ended up on so many shows together, because the promoter actually wanted to sell tickets and not just, have your normal whatever wrestling fans would show up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I've worked him at least 4 or 5 times. And Yeah, they've been rough nights for sure. But at the end of the match, I'm like, shit, man, we had that crowd in our hand. I mean, it was just
right there, just eating that story up like meatloaf. They just loved it.
Oh yeah, unbelievable. It was yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of my top guys I've worked in the industry for sure.
I'm always gonna remember for the rest of my life when Hustler. I was working. Me and Tonka Kid was working Hustler and Warpath in a tag match.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I remember
And
that.
Lou whips me into the corner where Warpath is standing. So bam, I hit the ropes and I'm hanging there, and this big hand just comes right over the top of me, and this chop, pow, across just all the wind. Gone.
Yeah,
that was a that was a rough night.
wasn't John Gallus the biggest guy ever in WWE? I thought he was bigger than Andre. He
No,
was
Khali.
taller.
Khali was the biggest guy ever in there.
Well, I think Giant Gonzalez was 7'7", I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think he was 7'7". Yeah, because Andre was 7'5", right?
Somebody Google how tall Gonzalez was so we can put that one to rest.
Yeah, I want to see you 7'7". But they always, honestly, they always
they jack it up.
Yeah, yeah. So what's his real height? If a producer can look that up, that would be awesome.
That would be sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes. I bet you.
He was 7'7".
Holy shit. Okay, now how tall was Khali there, Ace? Boy, I tell you what, dude, Gonzalez fucking stunk on ice. He was terrible. He couldn't even have a good match with Undertaker.
The Great Khali was 7'1".
Huh.
Wow, he's a big dude. I have a story about Khali. I actually got to work him in the match.
Yeah.
And wait, what are your thoughts on where the family Von Erich would have if he could have seen their career play out? Wow. My thoughts on
Tell your
that?
Khali story.
We'll get back to that question for sure. But so this is definitely when he's first coming up, because I've been in the business probably about 3-4 years, and we worked this handicap match. It was me and two other guys. I don't remember the two other guys, but it was elimination. So it's us three against them, but it was elimination. And
Wasn't it Jardy and
I think it was
that dude with like the kind of surfer haircut. It was Jardy, the surfer haircut, and you.
it was James Watkins, I think, and it was
Watkins,
Bison.
yeah.
It was Bison.
Bison.
Yeah, Bison. So James, the first guy get. Yeah.
So you were the only good worker in the ring.
R.I.P. man. Bison was a good guy, and
Not a good worker though.
Yeah, but he did get better. But anyhow, so James Watkins goes down first, and it's me. So we had this little spot worked out where, and we talked about it in the back too, and explain something to him who doesn't speak English. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, I would say it's more like you talked at him in the back. He just did this.
That's about it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And that was it. So we did this little spot where I get in the ring and, I hit the ropes and he goes for clothesline. I give him a couple punches. Nothing happens. I'm like, all right. And then I hit the ropes again and I do like a baseball slide out of the ring. So I slid all the way out of the ring, started doing my pose and everything like that. This and the spot was he's going to reach over the rope, right? And he's going to grab me and choke slam me while I'm standing on the floor, right? Picks me up into the ring, okay? Now, normally, most people are going to post off, okay? They're going to push off and, get that nice, good lift, right? Oh, fuck no. Here's what happened. He straight just grabs me and it made a thud I was like, oh, like that. And he literally picked me up, dude. I didn't jump. He didn't give me a chance to jump. So literally, he's just picking me up straight up. I fucking tell you, man, that shit was fucking high, man. High. But this is how much strength this guy's got. And he just picked me up like I was nothing. And I was by about 225, 230 at the time. And he just, boom, drills me, man. Holy shit, man.
Quick ride, bad end.
Yeah. And I tell you, man, my soul just left me, man, because that was a hard bump, man. I tell you. But
I think
hell
one
of
of
a
the
nice
hardest
guy.
bumps I ever took was probably from Warpath, and it was a choke slam when he kind of stumbled a little bit. So he didn't just let me take my own bump. He just kind of fell into it, pushed me down, and yeah, I broke in 4 places that day.
Oh yeah. So that's a quick Kali story. So some of the Von Erichs, I saw that question. We post that
They
again.
say it's better to burn out than fade away, and I think in the Von Erichs that is absolutely the case. I mean, who would want to see old 1 foot Kerry in his 40s still trying to work?
Yeah, I mean,
The family was just lousy with drug problem and depression and just all kinds of issues. And I mean, it played out how it played out for a reason.
Well, let's elaborate on that more. So, like, the whole entire family, like, it was. I think I don't know about Kevin so much. I know because he's one that's still alive today, right?
Is he still alive? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think Kevin Von Erich is still alive. I think he's the only brother that's living, but they all had problems, man. That family was just fucked up.
Yeah.
Beyond belief. And how does that happen? It's just was it Fritz?
It's genetics. I mean, how did my sister and I both end up with drug problems? It was just it was in the stars. I don't have parents who had a drug problem. Just how it works out.
Yeah. It's and the Von Erichs, I mean, yeah, they were big in their time, but I consider why are wrestlers not trying to wrestle at older ages? Well, okay, I'll definitely get to that question in a second here, but the Von Erichs, I felt like they were kind of like they weren't the upper tier. They were kind of that middle tier. They were big in Texas and they're kind of big in that area, but they just weren't like the big times. And Kerry Von Erich, yeah, he made it, but was he really?
Well, they were big in the NWA.
Yeah, well, because they were doing the cross promotion, right? With
I think that their promotion was an NWA franchise.
Oh, was
right?
it?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're probably right because I know they were doing a lot of. Yeah, you could have been right.
And really, it wasn't the brothers who were powerful in that company. It was Fritz.
Yeah, it was Fritz, but unfortunate. Good. I mean, just bad luck, I guess. What happened to them? But you want to answer that question that came in about why older wrestlers, trying to wrestle? I have a couple answers for you. But
yeah, how about fuck you, pal? How about that?
Well, I think he's mentioning guys in their 60s and 70s still trying to do it. Is he still trying to do it?
Well, that's going to be us. No, it's not going to be us.
No, I hope not, dude. There's no way. My answer to that, Rob Wilds, I like your statement on the Von Erich.
Thanks.
Yeah. I just think that this is all they know. And
of course it's all they know. And in the 80s, they partied like it was the fucking 80s and the 90s even. Like the money was never going to stop coming, and the money always stops coming.
Yeah, it always stops coming. But that's all they really know. And it's unfortunate. I got to keep doing it. And yeah, 80s and 90s.
I saw something online the other day about the Headbangers that Mosh is selling like air conditioning systems and doing pretty well, and Thrash is either the owner or one of the big managers at a Papa John's.
Oh wow, really?
So they found life, outside of wrestling. Good on them, man. Good on those guys because they're cool. I like them.
Yeah, they're good dudes. They weren't around very long, but I think they
were around for a long time. Even on WWF, I think they were around for a couple of years.
Yeah, but they weren't. I mean, they worked in a lot of indies before.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, money does talk. It absolutely does. But yeah, there's wrestlers out there that find their way after wrestling. It totally happens. I mean, look at Haku. I mean, he owned a Honda dealership or something, or he's a car salesman.
No, he owns a couple of car wash chains.
One
of those full service Johns, where you come out, guys dry your car off. He's got the shop. Yeah, he owns or manages a couple of car washes.
Okay, gotcha. Magic.
I'm pretty sure owns because Haku made a lot of money, and he wasn't one of those party all the time boys. Getting the rats and doing your thing. He was pretty good with his money.
Yeah. Imagine a customer going up to him, "Hey, my car's clean all the way."
And then he bites their nose off.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Maria?
Doing good. Living the dream.
Trying. Poor Marty couldn't make it on with us today, so we're gonna do it next week. Goddamn weather, man. The weather keeps kicking us in the balls. Every time we try to do something with Marty, somebody gets catastrophized by weather.
Well, yeah, first time was me in San Antonio. I couldn't have access, and I was in a house with 1 billion fucking people, but that's a different story. What you call it? So yeah, that kind of hurt us a little bit in the storm. Now Marty's getting over. He's in Georgia or Alabama.
He's in Bama.
Bama, okay, yeah, okay.
But he's like deep in the country of Bama, staying with his sister right now. Then he's going to be moving to Jacksonville, waiting for us to get to Tampa to get the school going.
Gotcha. What would it take for Rob and Chris to jump in one more time? There's nothing. We're getting back in the ring. That's just, yeah. I mean,
ask and you shall receive, my friend. It's already a done deal in the works.
It's just trying to kill the V so no one else can have it since he's getting older. So there's some theory behind that. I believe that Vince is trying to kill it 100%.
I don't think he's trying to kill it. I just think he is. I mean, let's be real. WWE is a $2 billion with a B dollar company. And then they got that Peacock money thrown on top of them. But they're a multi-billion-dollar company. So their bottom line is showing something that they're looking for.
Oh, yeah. But I think Vince McMahon's he's that egotistical, though. He's like, I made it, I can end it type thing.
But let's remember that Vince did retire. And he left the reins with Steph and Shane and Hunter. And they botched it up so bad that the board of directors for Titan was like, no, you got to come back and you got to fix this. And he did.
I don't know, man. I think this whole Peacock thing with all this money, they don't need to. I mean,
he could very well be saying, well, goddamn, pal, I do have a $2 billion company. And maybe he's getting ready just to part it out.
Maybe he'll have a sit down with all of them and say, hey, here's the deal. We got all this money now. You never know what can happen. I don't know. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not saying it's going to be. I think he wouldn't surprise me. He's that egotistical. It's Vince McMahon.
I think Vince McMahon is just a brilliant businessman and a promoter that nobody could ever touch, ever. Like nobody, AEW would have to pull off something that none of us can even think of.
The biggest magic act.
What?
The biggest magic act?
Oh, no, I mean, just some kind of an event, some kind of something that none of us would have ever even considered. Like when Vince put out WrestleMania, he threw his dick on the table, his dick and balls, and he gave somebody a big hatchet. They said, okay, if it doesn't work, chop him off.
Yeah.
But it did work. Like I remember listening to Bobby Heenan saying after the show when he went up to Vince with some champagne and he said, hey, here's the WrestleMania 2. And Vince said, here's the WrestleMania 20. I mean, that's a visionary, a businessman, a bad motherfucker is what that is. So like AEW, cool, they've got the money machine behind them, but they still have their bottom line. They still have we got to make money for how much we're putting out. I don't think they're going to necessarily fall by way like WCW did, but
why kill your business that is this big? But money talks, like you mentioned earlier. Everybody's got a price, and I'll tell you what, they all can go their separate ways. Vince, Shane, Hunter, Stephanie.
I've asked that exact question, like with you on the phone. Just like, do you think Vince is doing this on purpose, or has he just, lost touch? Is his thumb just nowhere near the pulse anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it makes you really wonder because I mean, back in the day, it was like, gosh, he had such a vision for everything. I mean, the revolutionizing wrestling, and then going into the Attitude Era and the WCW War, all this, and Vince always had that vision. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I mean, we lost all of our stars. Now we're going to rebuild our stars. I mean, So it's weird, man. It just seems like this move, now they're trying to take all that away, take all the history away.
And back in the good
Makes you
old
wonder.
days, Vince would writing the next month of shows consisted of, Bruce Pritchard and Pat Patterson and some of the other writers going to Vince's house. They all go out and sit by the pool, order food and drinks, and get drunk and get loaded or whatever they're doing. But they wrote wrestling shows, and it's not like that anymore. It's got these Hollywood douchebags.
Yeah, it killed when they went away from the Attitude Era. Oh yeah, no doubt. It was a great era. One of my favorites.
Yeah, my favorite is always going to be the Golden Age, but no, have not watched a full AEW episode ever.
Yeah, I catch it once in a while if it's like in the background or something. Oh, it's on, but I'm usually always doing something, working or whatever, or handling some other business. But
the last time I watched it was when they did that fruity musical number with Jericho and what's his name, man. I was so put off after all that. I haven't turned it on since. But it's nice that Brian Cage is still good doing his thing.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I mean, Brian Cage is a friend of ours, back in the day, and remember he was young and coming up, man, and good for him. He definitely
was young too.
Oh yeah, barely 20. What, 21, or was he even 21? I don't even know if he was even that.
I don't know, because he wouldn't go out to the bars and whatnot. Because look at his physique now. Well, he wasn't the roid case that he is today back then, but he was still just a big, thick, strong young guy who was really health conscious. Didn't go out and party after the show with the boys. Didn't do none of that.
Yeah. But good for him. I mean, he's made it and he's making some money, and yeah, good for him. He can do something he loves. Make money at what you love to do.
But going back to why I'm still on that, why would Vince want to kill a business that big? Vince isn't going to kill anything. If anything, he's going to put himself in some kind of a position where he's going to cut business off himself, and then he's going to sell the company or sell the name or the rights or whatever he's going to do. But Vince isn't going to kill anything. Nothing is going to kill the $1 billion machine. Ted Turner couldn't do it.
Well, sure. It made me like our theory the other day, talking on the phone. Maybe he's just like sell it off piece by piece or whatever. Maybe it's gonna go back to territories, like the good old days where wrestling is going back to territories. That could very well have. I don't
know if that's necessarily possible, though. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see territories again. But you've got all these big TV conglomerations now who are just waiting to pick up whatever Vince puts down.
A lot of those territories had TV too. I mean, think about it. I mean, Georgia
wrestling. Maybe it'll just be territorial with a rebirth, a remake of it, of the territories.
Well, yeah, with technology and things like that. I mean, it's we're way advanced than we were back then. So, I mean, who knows? They can stream. I mean, there's lots of different things they can do. But yeah, I can see that going that way, is little sections and little territories. Definitely. I mean, TNA. I mean, look at them. I mean, I've always considered TNA a territory type place. Really, I know they're national, but they're not.
Are they even national anymore, though? I don't really hear about them doing traveling live events anymore. It's just what they do on TV, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, they've dialed that back a notch. I think they were kind of going national with their tours, but I think they've kind of. I heard that they're all to also bring ECW back.
Oh, for God's sakes, let it be. Let it die. It's over.
No, you want to go on this one, or want me to take this one?
I'm just gonna say you can't bring ECW back. Nobody out there can do it. I don't care how much money you have, because ECW is never about the money. Obviously, with wrestlers not getting paid.
It was a short-term thing that fizzled out really quick. That's
like who likes hardcore matches anymore? That's not going to come back. That died out for a reason.
Yeah, it was like, cool for a couple years, 2-3 years, and after that, it just kind of got ridiculous after a while. So what are you going to bring him back for? Just be a regular promotion?
I mean, I guess you could do some hardcore shit out on the indies. Promotions could birth a hardcore champion again, but that's like not something you could do often. There's only so much you could do hardcore.
Well, yeah. They just don't do right. Do you think Shane, Stephanie, and H want the business?
Of course they do. I know Stephanie and Hunter do. I know about Shane. Shane's he's a smart mother. He's got his hands in a lot of different cookie jars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, his wife's, was it Mazzola Oil or something like that?
Yeah. Western-Ola.
There you go, yeah.
He's married to the Western-Ola heir. So, like, right there, he's a billionaire, just aside from his stock in Titan. But then, out in China, and I don't even know how it's coming along, but I know a few years ago he was trying to be the company that brought pay-per-view to China because they didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
And then I know he also bought into some kind of, and I think it's probably a scam, some kind of Chinese scam about air rights. Like, if you want to build a building so high, you have to stop unless you're willing to pay this conglomeration X amount of dollars to build over that because now you're in their air right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They can't all be winners, you know. You throw shit against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, they're all going to be fine, whatever happens.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure Shane and Stephanie and H got their hands in other things as well, I'm sure.
And community property, man. Fucking, she owns so much stock, and he owns so much stock in the company that when they parted out, they don't part out a company just to try to make a few bucks. They part out a company to make huge profits on it.
Oh yeah, huge profit.
If that happens, they're going to be fine. They don't have to do anything else ever again.
No, definitely not. H played his cards right for sure.
We're getting a lot of interaction today. That's pretty awesome. We're getting there. People actually talking to us.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like these questions, these comments. It's great. Keep them rolling in.
So let's move over to something unprecedented that we have never ever done before.
Okay.
We're gonna name Asshole of the Week this week the same as last week. Those fuckers over at ASAP, they're still pieces of shit. Freddie, look at me. Look at me, Freddie.
Uh-oh. Take your glasses off. Yeah, come on.
Look in my eyes so you know I'm serious, dude. If you are lucky you're not Pittsburgh, or I'd beat wholesale shit out of your punk ass. Tried to go out with you nice. Tried to fucking come at you later on in private like a man and handle things with you, but you're a piece of shit. You know what you are, dude? You're a junior high school thug. And thugs like you are the kind of guys I beat the fuck out of. So, obviously I can't beat the fuck out of you, but what we can do is put our foot on the back of your neck and push your punk ass face underwater until the bubbles stop coming up. Bloop, bloop, nada. Fuck you. You wanted to start a war with us, with this network? Are you high or are you just stupid? I know you're stupid. You don't got to answer that. And I know some of your little fucking goons are creeping around in here watching. Ooh, let's see who else we can report. You don't know this yet, Chris, but that's the game they've been playing, is trying to take people from this network and report them to Facebook for shit taken out of context and getting them kicked off. Yeah, so fuck you guys, man. You guys are pieces of shit. Yeah. You are a group of asshole of the week for the second time, and I might go for the third time next week. But you guys wanted to pick a fight with us? Clearly, you ain't done your homework on who you're fucking with, Jack. There's a couple of promoters back in California who will tell you, don't pick a fight with Wiles. Don't pick a fight with Casanova. We've put a few companies out of business. Out of business might as well be our middle names. You guys are fucked. Just wait for what's coming next, because something big is coming. And you're about to find out, and it's going to hurt.
Winter's coming.
On that note, asshole of the week for the second week is the ASAP network.
Well, let's get that. We got a question coming in here. Who's the greatest diva of all time?
Oh man, y'all, you're just gonna get Kamala pissed off. You guys keep saying diva.
Yeah, and she can kick ass. Trust me.
Ivory.
Ivory.
That's my greatest diva from the diva time. To me, that's the greatest diva.
Well put, Rob. Yes, absolutely.
Which part was well put? What? Which one? Ivory? I agree. With her and her just beautiful fucking breastises. Ugh. And just what a general, man. That girl could work any woman, any man, and make it all real and flow and look real good.
I go with Trish, I guess. I mean, you said Ivory. I mean, I would say Ivory too, but if I'm going to throw
But
another
say
one in
Ivory. Why do you gotta go different? Say what your gut tells you.
Okay, I'll go with Ivory. But second is Trish. A-hole of the week, yes.
I would put Trish up there on a pedestal. Sure.
Yeah, she's definitely up there.
But yeah, you got to think though, who are they going against? Douchebags like Stacy Keibler. Like, come on. Like, okay, I like tits and ass as much as the next guy, but this is a wrestling show, man. There's a billion internet channels you can get TNA on. Just watch WWF at the time for the wrestling, not for the panties on a pole match. Oh, we're gonna do the spiked battle match. And if you don't do it, you're fired.
I'm going to message Paloma and say Rob is all for all that. That's what you...
But if I'll tell Paloma Star she's fired. Chris Casanova, you're fired.
You're fired.
I love to say the word. That's it. That's all I got this week for Vince.
That's pretty good voice.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
Now I'm done.
Good job, Vinnie Mac.
So yeah, fucking the state of the WWE right now is definitely in a state of flux, and with the I don't know, with those cinematic matches, man. I get that they're trying to think of something new and ingenuitive, but man, they're not pulling it off to me.
No, definitely not.
Can I do it? I just did it.
Yeah.
They're egging me on. They're like, you don't egg me. You're fired if you egg me on. The kiss my ass. The Vince McMahon kiss my ass club. You're gonna kiss my ass.
The kiss my ass. That was a great gimmick right there, man. Great storyline.
Yeah. What do you have, Chris Masters? Are you gonna be like Chris Masters? You put him in the master lock and make him kiss my fat ass?
Yeah, get over here. Hook him and
just push him right down onto it. Hey, too bad Marty didn't make it. We could have ribbed him about that. How did Vince's ass taste? Tell me, Marty. Tell me, Jannetty, how did you like my ass?
I forgot Marty was a part of that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Even Regal, Marty Jannetty. Chris Casanova, you my ass.
Fuck you, Vince.
I'm gassed. And if you laugh at me, you're fired.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to definitely save some stories for definitely for Marty next week, because every time he came back, like the master lock has been too overdone.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. it's a fucking full Nelson. Who's not fucking know? Wait, he did it. Luger did it. I don't know.
Was it? Yeah. Was it Billy Jack Haynes and Hercules? They had the full Nelson match. WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, that was just an abortion that would not die. That was horrible.
Marty is part of the Kiss My Ass. Does he have a club jacket?
You can ask him that.
Yeah, save that for next week.
All I'm going to say about Marty is say that online. You say it to his face, you might kick a super cat. You might take a super kick while he's got that cast on. And then, wow, that'd be bad news bears.
Yep. Lights out in the steakhouse, man.
That's right. Oh, shit.
Well, he did do something to you, by the way. Remember during that?
Yeah, he gave you that badass plushie. He came down like a feather.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't really want to get too into that. We can get into all that fun shit next time. But I was surprised. I mean, Marty was what, 245, and he came down like my daughter, just light.
Yeah, yeah.
But he threw that fucking heat in. A couple of them contacted kind of stiff, but it's all right. It was from Marty.
Yeah, who cares, right? Well, I like he's up launch your ass. Do it, yeah.
Yeah, do it. And then fucking stupid ass Will getting all, hey, run up, back up. You, Mike, Rain, Aiden, everybody else had the common sense to see something's coming. So you all backed up. You saw me get my feet positioned. I was ready for it. And Will, hey, gimme, get the fuck out of here. And then he hit it. And he stood there, God bless Marty, with such patience, waiting for that dummy to get out of the way. Such patience. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
That's why I was really let down, man. I was like, hey, yo, Marty, why don't we get Rod the Bod, book you guys against me and Chris? And he's like, yeah, no, I can't wrestle anymore. Shit.
Damn it.
You think Owen Hart should be in the Hall? Yeah, is he not? Is Owen not in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah, Brett inducted him.
Get some facts on that.
It's a goddamn travesty that he's not, because he's in the International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He's in the legit States Hall of Fame. So he should be in the, and I assume we're talking about the WWE gimmick bullshit Hall of Fame that doesn't mean anything to the boys. They don't care about being in it.
Well, a thing about Owen, though, yeah, okay, yes, he should be if he's not, but he, in some ways, is probably better than Brett.
So as a fact check, Owen Hart is not in the Hall of Fame because his wife and family is currently will not allow him to be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, who the hell did Brett induct? I don't know, but no, I remember that's right. Martha won't let it happen. It's like, I get it that she's telling Vince, go fuck yourself. You're not going to make a profit off my husband. That it was your brilliant booking idea that led to his death.
Yeah.
She should just be like, yo, pay me. What are you going to offer me for it? We're not going to take your standard little bullshit booking that you give to the other guys. Like Stallone got paid, man, to induct.
Oh, yeah.
She should be looking for some Stallone money, and then let it, all of this heat that she's got with the McMahons. I understand it; it makes sense, but still, you are robbing the fans of something that he gave his life for.
Well, sure, absolutely. So, what's your opinion on that? What I just mentioned about Owen being in some ways better than Brett?
I think he's better than Brett in just about every way.
Oh wow! Well,
I've always thought Owen was the superior wrestler to Brett. Brett had no charisma. All he had was skill and a little bit of in-ring style. His promos put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I would really hope that if Owen was still with us, he wouldn't be Mr. Boo-Boo Face like fucking his brother is, because Brett pisses me off. I used to love Brett, man. I grew up worshiping Brett. And then I met him. Then I hung out with him a few times. And then I listened to his little stupid shoot interviews. He has something fucked up to say about anybody else who might also be famous.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. He's Brett's just a hater. Like he's just a hater all around. But yeah, I agree. Owen was definitely better. He was definitely, I'd say, probably in a lot of ways now. His interviews were good, way more charisma. His mat ability was probably on par with Brett, and he was better. He was probably the better athlete too.
Sure. I mean, look at the physiques with them standing next to each other. Like Brett went to the gym, but Owen was in the fucking gym.
Yeah.
So exactly. Yeah, there's that.
Something about Brett and Jim together or something a year ago.
The Hall of Fame. They went into the Hall of Fame together. Our foundation.
Is that okay? Gotcha. Good for Jim. Yeah, Jim was underrated, man. I thought Jim was great.
Yeah, fuck yeah, totally. If you go on YouTube and Google Stampede Wrestling Bret Hart versus Jim Neidhart, you see this little skinny baby, little young, tiny, thin Bret Hart wrestling Neidhart, who clearly was just out of the NFL.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
WWE, look, Owen didn't need a belt to get over. And that's one of the really big things. Sometimes you put a belt on somebody because you find yourself in a place where you need a strong, charismatic champion to run the company. And sometimes you put a belt on somebody because without it, they just can't really seem to get over. Owen didn't need no belts to get over.
Yeah.
Neidhart is another great example of he didn't need a heavyweight belt. He didn't need that big push. Duggan didn't need a belt. They were just over. Snuka was just over.
Yeah. Sarge just said Pillman could do one too.
For what? The Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll end up there.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't spend hardly any time on the Indies, man. He came out of football and he just started getting those TV shots like right away because he was so good.
Yeah, he was definitely good, and unfortunate that he left the wrestling, left us, this world too early. It was great.
That's the way it is, man. I mean, I can't. How many friends of ours are fucking kicked? When they shouldn't have. It just, you could only live that lifestyle for so long,
and it catches up with you. Yeah. I agree. Owen did not need a belt. Yeah, he didn't. He was great. I mean, I think he had the tag straps and the IC belt.
IC. Did he have European too?
Probably, yeah. I thought that title was
kind of atrocious.
It was a waste.
It was the beginning of we're going to put out too many belts. When they started the European, that was the beginning of the end of the whole everybody gets a belt thing that followed.
Well, they were trying to do the whole European thing, like, okay, we're going to do a lot of wrestling in Europe. We'll have a European champion. And it just never really took off like they thought it was going to. No one fucking cared.
Yeah, nobody in the States cared. And I doubt anybody over in Europe cared.
No, they're like, oh, okay, European champion, whatever. Okay, I get it. Where's the champ at? I don't care.
Oh, hey, you know what, Chris? I wanna change gears here. I want to tell everybody about this charity that I've become aware that I'm very, very, very into so far. Mm-hmm. I actually sent them out a couple of belts today, and it's called Wrestlers for Warriors, and it's a guy.
Yes, I agree, by the way. Back to our question.
It's a guy whose son died of cancer. And he started getting wrestlers on board for this charity that he started to start, helping families out with costs and building money for research and whatnot. He does live events.
Okay.
And this guy pays for these live events out of his own pocket. And he just pumps money into these different charities. And I was watching our buddies over at Fan Room just had Paul White on.
Mm-hmm.
So Fan Room decided to let this guy come on to talk to Paul about his charity, about the Wrestlers for Warriors. And Paul was very, we both know Paul White is just a hell of a person.
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
You would never know what a kind person he is from his, TV gimmicks. But he was listening. He was enthralled and whatnot. And he's like, well, if there's anything I could do to help, be sure to let me know. And they brought this kid on from London, from UK, who is a cancer patient. And he talked Paul White out of the shirt on his back, this kid did. I was like, oh, my God, this kid's a worker. Paul's like, what, this shirt that I'm wearing right now? And he's like, yeah. So he took it off. He's, I'll sign this vicinity and you guys can auction it. So I took that belt that I had autographed by Undertaker that had a certificate of authenticity, and I sent it off to him. And I'm sending the kid out in the UK his own little belt.
That's so cool.
I kind of spoke for you where I was talking to one of the representatives over there and said, me and Cass will come out and wrestle your shows for free. You don't got to pay us to do it. We'll come out and do it. We'll go visit the children's hospitals and all that. We used to do that shit before. Do all the charity gigs. So I'm telling them they can have the Apocalypse or the Conquistadors or both or just whatever. But I want our Wrestleshoot fans to start trying to get involved in this and Google it. It's Wrestlers for Warriors, and these kids are warriors. I lost my dad. You lost your dad to cancer. So we actually watched how hard the fight is against cancer, and for kids to have to do it, it's fucked up, man. It's a fucked up thing. So
yeah,
I'm going to start getting some more attention driven their way as much as I can, and we're going to start raising some money for these guys. And
yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be somewhere you can donate. I haven't gone that far into it. I just literally learned about these guys two nights ago, and I'm already just balls deep in it. I'm ready to go. Balls deep is not the appropriate term, obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think it's great. Going back to the show, I bet you he didn't even hesitate. He didn't even think twice.
No, he did. He went this show that I'm wearing right now. The kid's like, this kid in this wheelchair's like, yeah, that shirt. He just pulled it right off. Okay. Yeah, I was like, man, Paul's awesome. I miss that guy.
And it's great. And it's definitely a great cause. Yeah, and cancer is very unfree. Yeah, it's relentless, man. So I mean, for a kid to going through that, I can't even imagine. Going through that as a kid. We went through as adults. I mean, and it was still tough. So
this doesn't just kill the patient. It kills the family. It kills fucking everything, man.
Well, yeah, your whole dynamic, everything just kind of and everything changes. It really does. I mean,
and watching our dads fade away, wither away like we did, it's really weird, man. Like how many things in our lives have always kind of gone side by side together. And this cancer thing, they were diagnosed at the same time. They passed around the same time. It's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, at least we can relate, when we're going through it. We're talking like, hey, what's going, yeah, it's getting good, getting bad. We could relate with that. So kind of talk each other through it. I mean, helped a little bit, I think, in my opinion. But
I told them we'll get out there, we'll wrestle some shows, we'll do what we can to make some money, sell some 8x10s or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Questions.
How did you guys pick your entrance music? Did you need the musicians okay to play their music? I mean, we probably did, but we didn't. We've been using Born to Raise Hell from Motorhead for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've used it on TV. We don't care. The worst that's going to happen is they'll start off by sending us a cease and desist. Then we'll just go hire a band to cover it, and then we'll use that one.
Yeah. We used to come out to should we tell them we used to come out to Bad Street as the Apocalypse?
Yeah, it was just for a little bit, though. That was just a good goof because people were making fun of us, calling us the overblown birds or something like that.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, the free turds.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Turds. Yeah.
I was like, we should start using Bad Street. But yeah, that was just for a little bit. And that ended up running out of steam real quick because everybody was. We pick our own names that are, that's tricky. Sometimes, when I got started in the business, I didn't get started as the Wild thing, Rob Wild. I've told the story before. They started my ass off as the Ripper because that's what the promoter wanted me to be. But
Ripper brother.
Ripper bro. And you were No Fear, Chris Ward.
Yeah, No Fear, Chris Ward. Just little, baby face, slapping hands and all that, kissing babies and all that. And
I like apple pie and Ovaltine. I love my mother. I'm a baby.
Yeah, exactly. And the white trunks and all that, smiling. Everything's
just
great.
That white meat motherfucker. That's what you were.
Pretty much, dude. That was it. That ran with that a year or two, and then kind of transitioned. But yeah, it all depends. When you're starting out, you generally don't get your first pick, and then you've been around the business a while, then you kind of do your own gimmick and kind of do your own thing. What was your finishing moves? Well, I was laying down mostly.
Are they talking about like later on or in the beginning? That's the question.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean,
I'll say at the end we were doing the 3D was our finishing gimmick.
Yeah.
And individually, I did kind of a mix between the Stone Cold Stunner and the Diamond Cutter. I called that the Wild Driver. And then you.
Oh, Japanese Suplex.
God damn, that was a rough bump. That still makes my eyeballs rattle a little bit.
Do you prefer trunks or pants? Oh, pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long tights for sure.
I did the trunks for about almost maybe 4 or 5 months, and I couldn't do it anymore. It's like, nah, no more.
I did the trunks once.
Did you really?
Once. Came back, threw them in the garbage right in front of the promoter, said, look, I ain't doing that shit no more. It's stupid. He's like, oh, well, okay. You got 85 guys who never wear trunks. And you say to be on my show, you got to wear trunks. Well, guess what? If I'm coming back, it's going to be in tights or I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
That was TC Martin.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, kid, you can wear long tights if you want. I'm like, oh, now I can. Before it was like, no, you have to wear trunks to work here.
Yeah. I did the short one. I did this like the biker type ones, short things. I did those for a while too.
Oh no, I did the nut huggers.
Huh?
I did the nut huggers that one day. I did the undies. I might as well have had Superman underoos on.
Oh yeah, no, I did those too, but I eventually went down, I upgraded a little bit to the biker ones, and after that I got the long ones after that. But yeah. Was there turns a gimmick you turned down you regret? I haven't turned anything down that I regretted. I don't know about you, Rob. I don't think so.
Looking back on it, if I could go back and change my attitude about that shtick that idiot Cooley wanted to do with Kryptonite, getting injected into a heavyweight title match with me and Warpath, and him getting a lucky win on us in a 3-way. If I could go back and redo that, I would. Just because I don't like turning down gimmicks that seem like they're just hard on my ego. And I just didn't like Kryptonite. I thought he was a garbage worker. I thought he had no business getting the belt. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that. But looking back on it now, I would change that and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking a chair shot or being put through a table.
It does hurt.
I guess, yeah. On the chair shot, I guess it depends on who's throwing it.
Word.
We both have experiences get hit by somebody that doesn't know how to do it, and then also get hit by somebody that knows how. So yeah,
get hit by people who know how that do it way too hard, even though they know how.
Yeah, yeah. But so in that answer your question, I would probably take a table because at least you're kind of controlling your almost.
I don't know. I was stupid. I did whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's like if a promoter says chair or table, which one do you want to do? I say, which one do you want me to do? Yeah. Obviously, you see me doing both, so I don't care.
Yeah. What was your favorite type of match to watch?
I want us to do a tag team ladder match in Texas. We've never done a ladder match, and I think we would kick ass at it.
Yeah, absolutely. But favorite match?
My favorite match to watch, I like eliminations.
Which one?
Eliminations.
The Survivor Series?
Yeah, I like elimination matches.
Me too. I always like Survivor Series. That was always my big thing too. As they kind of went on, they kind of diverted a little bit from the whole point of Survivor Series. But yeah, old school Survivor Series was awesome to watch.
Brandon just said thoughts on midget wrestling. I remember Chris calling me one day and saying, "Hey, just being a wrestling fan, if you came to a show or if you heard about a show with midgets on it, would you pay to watch?" I said, "Dude, I'd pay to watch midgets do anything. Yes, let's book some midgets."
I remember that conversation like it was yesterday, man.
I would pay to watch midgets do anything. Yes, let's book some midgets. Yep.
Yeah, and it was great. Well, and then I guess our the promoter Kirk, he had the contacts for midgets, and he's like, you should really book midgets, guy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he did. He put us on with Short sleeve Samson and Todd Stone the first time. Terrible Todd.
Yeah. But yeah, what advice would you give up and coming wrestlers, male and females, about the wrestling business?
Don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Learn your craft.
Yeah, and listen. Listen.
And stop
Absorb.
being one of these fruity faggot bitches who don't want to go out with the crew after a show and have some drinks. I'm telling you, business is done in the bars. That's where you come up with your ideas. You talk to other wrestlers about things you would like to do, guys you would like to work with. Just go get a fucking beer after the show. There's nothing like when a buzzkill, like that shtick we did out here in Pittsburgh when I did the whole Bookers meeting. At the end, I said, and when it's all over, it's Miller time. And that one chick's like, oh, we're on the wagon. I said, okay, buzzkill.
Yeah.
Go be on the wagon somewhere else. Shut the hell up.
And no one to say certain things, because, and that's the thing, you want to listen and be aware. It's like you're in a situation like that, and probably 95% of the people, 98% are going to go have Miller. Why would you say a comment like that? You just make yourself look dumb. If you got something to say, keep it to yourself.
It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me.
Yeah, exactly. And just be you. Be real. That's a thing. Another piece of advice. Be yourself, because there's a lot of people that aren't themselves, unfortunately.
Trying to live their gimmick.
Yeah, trying to live their gimmick. But I don't know. That's my advice.
Also,
that's a little question.
Let's see. The real key is to, like, shut your mouth and open your ears. And I get all that. But afterwards, don't run around the locker room and ask everybody, how was my match? Because nobody gives a fuck about your match. They give a fuck about their match. If somebody saw something out of you that they liked, trust me, they'll tell you. Don't run around and ask everybody, how'd I do? What'd you think? Did you like it? How'd you like this spot? Shut up. Go find a corner and sit. Just be quiet.
To be honest, 99% of people probably didn't even watch your match, so don't ask. They're talking about their shit.
And don't worry about what the boys think about your match anyway. There's only one person you got to impress, and that's the promoter.
And and don't ask them, by the way, either.
Yeah. They'll let you know if it was a good job, bad job. If they don't say anything, it doesn't mean they don't care. That means that they're running their own business. And just wait. They'll call you back. If they liked you, they'll call you back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they didn't, just learn your skill. Don't think you're coming out of wrestling school in these pathetic 3-month classes as a trained professional wrestler. If you come out in only 3 months, you're ready to go out there and work squash matches, and that's it. Be happy you're getting booked.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, well, what's next here?
What would you tell young Robin Chris about the wrestling business to be ready for?
Don't fuck with Pogo. Leave him alone.
Don't fuck with Pogo.
I'd probably tell young Rob stop being such a goddamn head case too, stretching people out in the middle of a match.
Yeah. And take more chances.
I would give young Chris that advice as well. Be more open to taking risks. That's what entertainment business is. It's risk.
It's a huge risk. And I had a great job at the time, but I got booked quite often. I'm not gonna lie, but I had a good job too as well. So I was always afraid to leave that, to really just give that up completely and hit the road. And I probably should have hit the road. But
you would have got a TV contract.
Yeah. I think you and I have left. If you and I just kind of hit the road, as a tag team, we would have done pretty damn well. Yep. I believe that.
Well, it looks like we're coming. Oh, it looks like we're overtime, actually. By the way, I'm loving this little bottom, ticker tape looking thing. But Wild Thing is one word, people. Come on. Wild Thing is one word. But I'm liking that welcome to Wrestleshoot thing across the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I like that. That's awesome. That's our names on there.
That's funny. I'm watching you look at it on your computer, but through your screen, it looked like you're actually looking down outside the screen at my computer. That was pretty cool. Effects, baby. Effects. And you know what? One more thing I would tell younger Rob is just get a little bit more open-minded on the advice that other wrestlers are giving you. Don't just shoot it down because it doesn't fit your mold.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
So I don't know, anybody else got anything interesting to throw out there before we wrap it up? Sorry about Marty again this week. I got him on the speakerphone. He tried to apologize. I don't know if you guys heard. Did you hear it, Chris?
Yeah. I don't think you could hear me though. But yeah, it
is what it is.
Third time's a charm, man. He'll be here next week, hopefully. Knock on wood.
Hey, let's knock on your head.
Oh, okay. Well, I was making the sound effect for your head, so I was knocking on real wood.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah,
good one.
Damn.
All right, guys, let's going to wrap it up for this week's Wrestleshoot. Then stay with us here on the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. You heard it right, the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network, the network that's so nice I had to say it twice. Stick with us. We got all kinds of cool new shows coming up. We're going to start kicking ass and taking names. And as far as in closing to the ASAP network, man, you guys are fucked. What's coming next? Oh, man, you guys are fucked. I'll give you a war you won't believe. Let it go. It's too late to let it go. It's too late.
No, you're past that point, dude.
They should have let it go weeks ago.
They drew first blood. You didn't.
And I'll tell you what, just like fucking the apocalypse, somebody hits us legit, we hit back 4 times as hard.
With anything.
That's the goddamn truth. Take that one to the bank. So, I'm going to end this on Chris's favorite note when I say, thanks for coming in. We'll see you guys with Marty Jannetty, hopefully 100% for sure next week. And now it's time to cut it out.
Jay in the house, y'all know me as the Rocker Marty Jannetty. And we're going to watch Wrestleshoot, the best thing you're ever going to see. Love y'all. Take care and keep on rocking.